I want to talk with you in this one about what you should do if you have gotten that denial from your marriage case. And if you're watching this with your spouse, terrific. But if you're not watching it with your spouse, that's fine, because I'm going to also cover what you should consider doing in the event you guys are not even together anymore. Firstly, friends, what you should think about is, well, what was denied? What exactly was denied? Was it the petitioner or your spouse's I-130 family petition? Or perhaps it was your green card application, the adjustment of status application? Was it only the I-765, which is your employment authorization document? Was it that, your work permit? Or was it perhaps the form I-131, which is your travel document? Because friends, dependent on what was actually denied, your response will perhaps look a little differently. If your spouse's I-130 petition was approved, but yet your green card application was denied for various reasons, and we're going to talk about those reasons momentarily, then, well, in that context, you've passed the first level of inquiry, which is whether the marriage is genuine or bona fide, and you had gotten that approval that it is. Now you have to just focus in on what was the reason for the denial of your green card application. Or maybe it was just your work permit application that was denied for a small reason that can be fixed very easily. As I proceed in this video, I'm going to assume that what was denied, what your petitioner's I-130 was denied in addition to your green card application. And if that's the case, keep watching this video. Secondly, what is the petitioner's response or reaction to the denial? Is the petitioner still committed to seeing you through this process, to help you to brainstorm and figure out what to do next? And if that's the case, terrific, excellent. You're in a better position than many other people. But if your petitioner is not committed anymore to this process, and this is something that I see very frequently in my practice as an immigration attorney, the petitioner spouse has said, I'm washing my hands from this process and I want nothing further to do with it. I want to stay with you, but I don't want to go through this again. It's too taxing. It's too emotional. It's too stressful. It requires too much of me. I have to take time off from work to maybe meet with a lawyer or go get things printed and copied. And it's just too much. I can't deal with this anymore, but I still love you and I'm committed to you. Sometimes that happens, guys. So that might be your situation. Or perhaps your spouse has said, you know what, I'm finished with both you and this immigration process. I want nothing further to do with any of this anymore. And I'm even thinking about filing for divorce. Believe it or not, even in that extreme situation, you can still recover, guys, and get your green card. The other thing that I'd love for you to think about is, and this is super, super important, why was the case denied? Was it simply denied based on abandonment? So, for example, if the government sent you an interview notice and you guys didn't show up, and then they deny your case because you've abandoned it. And so that's that. You can certainly recover from that, of course. Or did they deny your case because they didn't think you provided enough evidence to prove that you guys have a marital relationship or you're living together or something like that? They don't have enough evidence. Thirdly, was your case denied because you had a bad interview? Things just didn't go as well as you thought it should have gone. Your spouse may have been extremely nervous, you guys gave them inconsistent responses. Was it just a really awful interview? Or was your case denied because your petitioner withdrew the case? Or maybe it was denied because you didn't respond to a request for evidence or a notice of intent to deny that they sent to your petitioner. Perhaps that was the reason for the denial. But now, friends, I'd like to talk with you about more serious, and all of those are serious reasons for the denial. But believe it or not, there are even more serious reasons for a denial. Other reasons for denial can include, well, perhaps the government has accused you of still being married to your ex. The government believes that your divorce from your ex was improper. It wasn't, you didn't give them authentic documents to prove that you were free to marry your partner. Or perhaps the government has accused you of ignoring the other children that you have. You didn't put them on your green card application or even your spouse's petition. You just omitted them. And that's always a problem for immigration when they find out about it. Or perhaps they denied your green card case because you didn't have lawful entry or you didn't have any proof of how you entered into the United States. And proving how you entered the United States is a critical step to adjust your status and get your green card here. And then, guys, even more serious is the allegation that your previous marriage was fraud. You committed marriage fraud. And if you've committed marriage fraud, there is a bar to getting a green card if the government accuses you of marriage fraud and you're not able to overcome and prove them wrong about it. Or perhaps maybe they've accused you of now engaging in marriage fraud with your current spouse. Okay, those are extremely, extremely serious allegations that you really need to address with an experienced, licensed immigration attorney. Very important that you get your case looked at very, very carefully. Okay, so figure out what was the reason for the denial. That will help you to get the right frame of mind in terms of thinking whether you can proceed with an appeal or whether you should refile your case. And we're going to talk about those options momentarily. But the first thing, I definitely just don't want you guys to panic, because there is a way for some people to recover from these very serious reasons for denial. Next thing to think about certainly is, well, what should you do if you're still together with your spouse? If you're still together with your spouse, you've got to see a lawyer. I recommend that you do that because the lawyer, although a denial letter, you may understand what it means, and you're probably thinking, well, this is easy. We could just appeal this decision. Let's do it on our own. Let's not spend any money on this. And then you do it on your own. And if you miss something very critical, like even the deadline or certain types of evidence that the government is looking for, something that should have been a simple process ends up being more costly in the end. So see an experienced immigration lawyer to handle the what you should do next. Perhaps you should consider appealing the decision. Appealing the decision is always a good option for couples who are still together, and perhaps the case was denied based on lack of evidence or improper, mainly lack of evidence, or perhaps the government had gotten some sort of policy incorrect in its decision as it applied to you. Only the lawyer will be able to answer that part of the inquiry for you, whether they got the law wrong or a policy was wrongly applied to you. So an appeal can be a good decision if the lawyer finds these issues. Other times you should consider refiling when, certain things are curable. Like maybe if they accused you of improper divorce, that you guys weren't free to marry each other, well, get your proper divorce, get the authenticated documents and start over with your spouse who is still committed to seeing you through with this process. So there is a way for you to do that and refile your case. Now, what should you do if you're no longer together? Well, you should see a lawyer. Okay, you should see a lawyer because the lawyer is going to scrutinize your background, look at your record, and see what potential other options you have for a green card. All right, so you want to get your case screened to see whether you have any other options for a green card, and that's what the lawyer can do for you. Now, we've helped thousands of immigrants, guys, thousands of immigrants. I read our success stories. Go on McBeanlaw.com/success to see how we've helped couples in all of these scenarios that I've discussed in this video. We're experts when it comes on to marriage cases and some other types of cases. But I want you to take a look at our success stories and encourage yourself and learn about the types of strategies that are really out there to help you to recover from this. And certainly reach out to our law office for either an in-person consultation in White Plains, New York, or a virtual consultation via Zoom or telephone. So call us at 516-866-3900 to schedule your appointment with an attorney. And then, friends, before you go today, I want to share with you a free download that we have that answers the top 25 immigration questions that we receive, that we see every week. Download the free guide. The link is below. Now, friends, of course, every case is different. We always look at our cases as an individual story, and we analyze it carefully to see how can we get this person to the finish line, which is what we love to do. So reach out to us at McBean Law and have your appointment with us. I hope you found this video helpful. Share it with other people. And friends, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.